Good morning, students. Let's we will discuss the another property of d block, that is the magnetic properties. That is the magnetic properties. Beta magnetic properties will explain the magnetic behavior of d block elements. Usually we can say all transition metals are paramagnetic in nature. Are paramagnetic in nature. But non-transition elements are zinc, cadmium as well as mercury. Zinc, cadmium and mercury are considered as non-transition metals or non-transition elements. Are diamagnetic in nature. Are diamagnetic in nature. Those metal or those elements which have unpaired electron in d orbital, behave as paramagnetic. If all the orbitals are completely filled, they are diamagnetic. Beta scandium, it is the first member of d block, 3d1, 4s2. Beta 3d1, 4s2. It have one unpaired electron in d orbital. It is paramagnetic. After scandium, beta second one is titanium. It have two unpaired electron. Then vanadium 3, chromium 4. But due to extra stability of 3d orbital, it shift one of the electron from 4s to 3d. It have maximum unpaired electron. It is most paramagnetic. That is chromium 24. After chromium, when electrons are added, manganese pairing will start. After manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel and copper. Again on the copper. This one 3d10, 4s1. But yet it have one unpaired electron in outermost shell. It is transition metal. But at zinc, all are fully filled paired electron. If all electrons are paired, they are diamagnetic in nature. Magnetic behavior of d block elements is calculated by using mu dipole. That is the magnetic behavior or magnetic moment is calculated by using formula root of n into n plus 2. Bohr magneton. Bohr magneton is the units of magnetic moment, and n is the number of unpaired electrons. Present in d orbital or in outermost shell. So we can say all transition metal in d block are paramagnetic in nature, and all non-transition elements, that are zinc, cadmium and mercury, are the diamagnetic in nature because their outermost electronic configuration is fully filled. Now, next property of d block element, that is the oxidation state. Beta, it is most important. That is the oxidation state. This oxidation state can be explained. By using that all d block elements have variable oxidation state. D block elements have variable oxidation states. That means more than one states. Let us scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. It is the first transition series, that is a 3D series. The series in which last electron enter in 3D orbital. So it is known as 3D series or first transition series. First transition series, first member have only one oxidation state. Then oxidation state start to be increase. Then also increase. Chromium +2, +3, +4, +5, +6 and +7. +6, not +7. Stable one is +6, +4, +2. Then manganese up to +7. After manganese, oxidation state start to be decrease. +2, +3, +4, +6. Not +5. Cobalt +2, +3, +4, +5. Then +2, +3, +4. Beta +1, +2. And zinc have only +2 oxidation state. First of all, number of oxidation state increase. After mid of the series, after manganese, it start to be decrease. First question, why this will happen? Second question, while first member have only one oxidation state, while last member have only one oxidation state, which element of d block element have most high oxidation state? Beta answer is osmium. Have +8 oxidation state in stable form in the compound osmium tetraoxide. Another compound is rutherfordium. It also have +8 oxidation state. More than +8 oxidation state are not possible in the world of chemistry or inorganic chemistry or organic chemistry. Now our question, first of all, why at the first half of the series, why atomic number, why oxidation state increase and then why it is decrease? Answer is, as we move from left to right, from scandium to manganese, number of unpaired electron increase due to increase in atomic number. Beta at the scandium 3d1 unpaired electron, 4s2 3d1 scandium. Titanium, it is 3d2. As the number of unpaired electron increase, oxidation state increase. When we move from titanium to vanadium, it is 3d3. To chromium, beta it is 3d4. Due to stability factor, it is 3d5 4s1. And at the manganese, 4s2 3d5. Number of unpaired electron increase in d orbital up to manganese. So, as the number of unpaired electron increase, oxidation state increase. After mid of the series, from manganese to zinc, beta from manganese to iron. From manganese to iron, one electron increase, that electron will show pairing, that number of unpaired electrons start to be decreased. Now at the iron we have 4 unpaired electron in d orbital. As the number of unpaired electron decrease, oxidation state start to be decrease. It is the answer. As the number of unpaired electron increase, oxidation state increase, or by decrease the number of unpaired electron, oxidation number decrease. Now, beta, first member of the series, that is scandium, yttrium, lanthanum and actinium, they have only one oxidation state, that is the +3. Why they have only one oxidation state? We will discuss only the 3D series in your syllabus, that is 3D1, 4s2. When scandium lose its electron, it lose electron from outermost shell. Outermost shell is fourth one. When it lose 2 electrons of outermost shell, it have +2 oxidation state. Yet 3D1 is stable. Answer is no. It lose 1 electron of 3D very easily and to form +3 oxidation state. By loss of outermost 3 electron, they form stable noble gas electronic configuration. Hence, first member of the series have only one oxidation state, that is the +3 oxidation state. Now, last member of the series like zinc, cadmium or mercury, they have +2 oxidation state. Why? Reason is the same. They have fully filled outermost electronic configuration, that is N-1d 10 NS2. Outermost shell is the NS, that is the NS orbital is outermost shell. For example, zinc 3d10 4s2. Outermost shell is the fourth shell. It consists of 2 electrons. By loss of these 2 electrons, they have fully filled inner shell, and it is not possible to remove the electron from fully filled inner shell because it requires lot of ionization energy. That is not possible with us. So by loss of 2 electrons, they have only +2 oxidation state. Beta, transition elements have more than one stable oxidation state. Most common example in front of you, that copper +2, copper +1. Electronic configuration of copper is 3d10 4s1. If this copper lose this outermost electron, it form plus oxidation state, only +1 oxidation state, and fully filled electron configuration of inner shell. Yet it have +2 oxidation state. In this case, it is 3d9. Out of +1 and +2, which one is more stable oxidation state? Answer: copper +2 is more stable oxidation state. Why? What is the reason for that? Yes, you will identify that this d orbital, this copper +1 is more and more stable as compared to copper +2. Why this will happen, beta? Because copper +1 is easily reduced as compared to copper +2. Copper +1 is easily reduced as compared to copper +2. Or in aqueous solution, this copper +1 show this proportionation reaction. This proportionation reaction. That means this copper +1 is easily oxidized as well as reduced. Copper +1 is easily reduced, so it is less stable, but copper +2 is not further reduced easily in the aqueous solution. Now, last property of the d block element, that is the colored ion. All d block elements have tendency to produce color ion. Why d block elements have tendency to produce colored ion? Beta, copper +1 is red, copper +2 is blue. Iron +2 is green, iron +3 is brown. Nickel +2 green, nickel +4 dark green, just like this. All d block elements or transition element form colored ion. Why this will happen? This is due to when donor species come in contact with d orbital. D orbitals are 5. 5 d orbitals are there. When any donor species come close to the 5d orbital having empty space, because due to presence of empty space, d orbital have tendency to accept the electron from donor species, and these d orbitals are decomposed into two parts, one with lower energy, one with high energy. One group consists of 3 orbital, other group consists of 2 orbital. 3 orbitals are dx, y, dyz, dxz, and this one is dx square, 2zy square, and dz square. These are separated out. When electron present here, it will move downward by gain of energy. This d orbital, d electron will be transferred into high d electron by absorb some amount of energy. When same amount of energy will be lost, this excited d electron will enter into lower d orbital. That is known as due to dd transition. Due to dd transition, all transition elements or d block element form colored ions. Beta, zinc plus 2 is grey in color. Cadmium plus 2 is yellow in color. All d block elements produce ion due to the presence of dd transition. Thank you, beta.